South Jersey bad boys. We're back.
Daddy is home.
We're back, you sluts.
Yeah, sluts. We're back in the no-bone zone, coming to you live.
Guys thought that we were done.
The haters said that we wouldn't be back.
They all said we wouldn't be back, and here we are.
We are back in the cold, dark basement on a beautiful spring evening.
We are back in black.
Yep, back in black with the whitest program on this side of the Delaware. Yep. I waited till you left to get some diversity on the show, and they took notice.
Yeah,
yep.
I did not appreciate that you threw me under the bus there and basically called me a racist. Too.
Oh, no. And Brian Isley was like, yeah, no, I've known that for years. We were just confirming what he was thinking. And, that's what you have to do in that type of situation.
Look, dude, I am not racist. If anybody's racist on the podcast, it's the dude in the Duke hoodie.
We were talking with Brian. I was wearing a Duke jersey. Oh, damn, this is 2 episodes in a row I'm wearing Duke stuff. Yeah, old Puke University. I was wearing the JJ Redick jersey.
Oh, my goodness.
Thinking Brian Isley was going to hate it, and he's like, no, I love JJ. I was like, oh, okay. Now I'm wearing it again. So I apologize.
Well, Brian's an analyst, and he understands the depths of basketball, so you had a respectable...
Yep. And so do I. I love
NBA knowledge.
I love setting picks and the fundamentals. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, you definitely are a fundamentals guy. I mean, you can tell by everything that you're wearing and everything that you say.
Yeah, look at me. I got basketball shorts on with the Duke sweatshirt, and I got Under Armour walking sneakers on.
Dude, you gotta be sponsored by Under Armour. Nobody rocks with Under Armour more than Danny Callahan.
And that says a lot about Under Armour's shoe department, is that the fact that they're sponsoring this podcast that has 171 subscribers on YouTube.
Damn, 171?
Dude, we went up even without publishing episodes. I don't know what's going on.
The people missed us.
Yeah.
Our Instagram's been upticking
flying too. Yeah, dude, some of those clips are doing well.
Dude, the
because we got a couple of exterminators on the show.
Freelance. None of that big corporate exterminators.
Freelance. Yeah, we're not a part of big extermination here.
No, we do not support that. We support our mom and pop exterminators.
Yeah, the little guy on the streets using the are they pesticides, herbicides? Those are with
whatever.
He's using gases that the big guys won't use.
Cody just comes over with a magnifying glass. He's like, look, I don't have that many tools. I'm a small shop here, but I'm going to get these ants one by one.
Yeah, yep. And that's why I only charge $19.99 for a full service. He's crawling between people's ducts and shit.
Yeah, man.
So, first podcast you're doing since having a child. First one being back on here. So, how has it been? Because both of us
we've had a
wild
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We had a brief hiatus because we both had a lot of stuff going on in our personal lives the past couple of weeks. But it's good to be back.
Yeah. Yep. So you popped out a kid.
Popped out a kid, man.
You popped him out of your urethra.
He's out. He's 4 weeks old.
4 weeks. That's right. This is now the last week of April. Is it actually today? Is it exactly 4 weeks to the day?
I think Friday will be.
Nice.
But just about. He was born March 24th.
Nice.
Jack Michael Donegan.
Great day. It's enough past St. Patrick's Day to celebrate both with a name like Jack Donegan. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
It's a solid name.
Solid name, solid day. You and Sam chose quite the time 9 months prior to be dancing horizontally. And I sounded like a 90-year-old man with that reference.
I heard they were dancing horizontally.
Yeah, just saying. They didn't leave any room for
the boardwalk.
Didn't leave any room for Jesus. Nope, absolutely not.
Yeah, we timed it out. Not that we planned on it, but it worked out well. Get to go outside.
So I think the big question that the people have been wondering, that I'm sure you've been getting a lot, but I'm just going to ask it right here. Are you going to build from scratch a little tree fort in the backyard, or are you going to buy one of those plastic pieces of shit from Fisher-Price?
I'd love to build one.
There you go. Yeah. And that's what every kid needs, is a hand-built one.
I'd love to build one, but I can't imagine myself being able to do that.
Yeah.
It looks so difficult.
It does. And I remember, not even a tree fort. I don't even know what you would call it.
I also don't have a tree in my backyard, so that could be an issue.
It's not even in a tree. Like the one that just stands freely, but it's like a 2-story thing, and on the top you have a slide you can go down. It has a swing set attached to it. Like one of those play things.
Yeah.
The only reason I bring this up is I saw it in a catalog from Kohl's. I went through the bra section and cranked one out, but then I got to the section with the kids' backyard toys.
God, careful, Dan.
And the kids' backyard toys. There was no pause for
just
effect.
the way that you're phrasing that and the way that you look is not a great combo for the look of this podcast.
Yeah, and speaking of looks around kids, just wait till we get to one of these articles because it is just like magnificent. But
stop saying magnificent and kids in the same sentence, Dan.
Damn. This is where I failed in English in high school. They're like, in a few years, you can't speak like this.
But listen, I'll tell you what. I am not doing a playhouse in the backyard.
Playhouse, that's what it was.
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Like a Barbie dream house type of thing.
Barbie. I'm not doing a
Fisher Price
swing set.
Yeah,
I'm not doing a swing set in the backyard. It's going to ruin the whole backyard. And there's a park right around the corner.
Yeah, so you're going to kick them out like from dawn to dusk. You better go outside, not come back to the street lights. Come on, another 90-year-old man reference. But you can do that because, the swing set thing, below those swings, you'd fuck up your grass.
Yeah, we're going to fuck up the grass that I worked so hard on. We're going to get him a tent, and he's going to live outside for the first 8 years and just make sure that he can survive. And then if he makes it, we welcome him into the house.
It's like a wolf pack.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta earn that right.
You got to earn it.
Yeah. So I completely agree and respect. There's just something about the hand-built one. Like a rusty nail to the foot, like just builds a lot more than just a hot piece of plastic.
It builds character. That's what it builds.
It builds character, maybe hepatitis, but I think both of them are very commendable traits for a kid going into school.
Yeah, and they stay with you for life.
They certainly do. Yeah, both of those do. So that's what I hope you're aiming to do, and especially because the fucking Fisher Price one I saw, it's on sale at Kohl's for $1,000. I was like, $1,000 for a plastic fort? I was like, Jesus Christ.
I love that you're looking for bargains.
I'm looking for bargains, and that's why I can't have a kid, because I would cheap out on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Has there been anything you've seen, because I'm sure with a child, I've heard, comes a lot of additional expenses.
Yeah.
So have you gone cheap on certain things like breast milk, other stuff? Where have you cheaped out on, or where have you gone balls to the wall over the top cost-wise?
So instead of my wife's tits, we actually go to a cheaper girl whose her tits are not as good, but we get the milk from there, but you get it at a discount.
Okay. And now, is that milk farm raised, organic, gluten free, all that?
It's definitely not gluten free. I think that she's got some chemicals in there, just based off of her diet and routine.
Now, does that include dabbing that jewel pen, or
exactly? Yeah, you're gonna have a taste of Marlboro in that milk.
That's a nice hint to have. It's like the aftertaste after eating you have a bowl of like Lucky Charms or something, and you get to the milk and it has that Lucky Charm.
Yeah, it tastes like American Spirits.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah. No, he's only 4 weeks old, so there hasn't been a whole lot that we've had to really buy. But I will say, just like our house is filled. You get so much stuff. You get so many clothes. You get just all these things are around the house. I don't even know what the fuck they are. That they're supposed to be for the baby. There's all these contraptions now that nobody had back in the day.
Yeah.
You got everything for these kids. It's the white noise machine. And you have, if he likes to sit up, you put him in this play thing. And this crib moves him automatically. And like, there's all these different things that I'm like, can we just let me hold the baby, feed him, put him down to like, it seems like we over complicate things at times. I mean, a lot of this stuff is really good to have, but like we have bottles. We have like 45 different bottles.
There's got to be a different bottle for every single type of
and to me, I'm just like, it's a fucking bottle. Why do I'm like, can we throw out 30 of these?
This one's more ergonomic for the hand grip on it,
and it's always we need that.
Yeah,
I'm like, do we need it though? Do we need 30? Like, why can't we use 5 bottles and wash them all and sanitize them all the time? But it's always no. You're supposed to. You need.
Yeah.
I'm the most uninformed guy in the world when it comes to what you need for babies, apparently.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, and I think I am down to help out. If anybody else here is as well, just let us know in the comments or on the Bad Boy Hotline. I think that when Sam leaves the house one of these days, we should have a yard sale and get everything from inside the house, throw it outside, and have like a fire sale type of yard sale.
You'd probably make a killing, man. I mean, people are crazy about baby stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I see all of them walking around now with the kids, and they're going to be looking for deals on used baby bottles. I certainly do, and I don't see why anybody else wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and now a white noise machine, those are growing in popularity. I've heard of those. Does that just like play the audio of Big Bang Theory episodes, or what does it do?
Yeah. It's Big Bang, and it's Kid Rock.
Ooh, yeah, nice. Especially
Mostly.
Nowadays.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it white noise machine.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, man, it is helpful, but the sleep, and I mean, I would suck a dick for a 30-minute nap right now.
You heard it here, folks. Yep.
I would do it 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Let me get some sleep.
You don't care who. You don't discriminate. We're about to change the name of this program to Daddy's Been Whoring Out. Yep.
South Jersey, bad people. We don't care who you are. Let me get a nap.
South Jersey, dirty whores. We would do anything for a bit of shut-eye.
Yeah. It's the sleep is unreal, dude.
That's what I've heard. And some people luck out. I feel like it's a luck of the draw because I don't think that has anything to do with like, and this is coming from a completely unmedicated medical background of mine.
Yeah. We know.
I'm pretty medicated, but not medical background study-wise. But yeah, I think none of that people will say like, oh, if a kid's like this as a baby, he's going to grow up to be like that. Blah, blah. I feel like, I don't know if that's going to affect their sleep patterns or how they are as people. Some kids sleep a lot, others don't. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who are we to say?
That's definitely... I agree. There's so many things. It's, well, this is supposed to be good for them. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
What is real? You do your best.
Has there been anything that you were told leading up to having a kid that hasn't turned out to be true that you were like terrified of? Like, I know some people have said like, oh, they keep on saying this is terrible, that's terrible. It's not like that at all. Because it's just personal people's experience that share it like they're experts.
Yeah, there's a lot that I underestimated and didn't know. One thing that nobody told me was the first couple of days, the baby shits like this black tar out, of their body.
Purely liquid?
It's like a black tar sort of texture and taste. No, it's like, I don't know why they get this goo in them when they're in the belly for 9 months. And then when they come out, I guess they got to get the goo out. I think that's what the scientists say.
Yeah, that's what.
But I didn't know that. So I'm changing the first diaper and I see just black tar coming out of my baby's ass, and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? And all the nurses were like, no, this is good. This is what's supposed to happen for the first couple of days. Damn. Wish somebody would have told me that beforehand. That was pretty wild.
That would have been good to know.
That would have been good to know.
Like a black tar heroin texture to it?
Yeah, like it was like, who was the black Spider-Man? Like that shit that we get on Black Spider-Man?
Yeah. Or like the stuff that that one dinosaur in Jurassic Park spit on the fat guy in the rain?
Yes.
Yeah, that shit. Was it really sticky? Did it have a sticky type of texture to it?
It looks like it would.
Yeah.
It looks like it would. That was pretty wild.
Damn. I could not imagine doing that. It sounds like me just about every other day, especially
you after Taco Bell.
I mean, after Taco Bell, almonds. I used to love an almond and cashew pairing, and I can't eat that shit. It comes out like torpedoes at Pearl Harbor. It's just fucking right in the fucking toilet.
You're not an almond brother?
I love almond brother. Yeah. No, I love almonds. It's an almond brother.
It's just the band. I was just making a
Oh, I thought you said Almond Brother. I was like, is that a brand? No, it's a band.
The band.
The Almond Brothers.
Almond Brothers.
Yeah. Now, they had a really big hit once. Now, remind me, what was the name of it?
Do they sing Ramblin' Man?
Yeah, Ramblin' Man. That's it.
I was born a rambling man.
Only reason it made me think of that was I heard a cover band do that in Nashville, and there was a kid that was playing guitar that was from Seaside Heights, which was incredible because I was there with a couple of my friends, but in Nashville, and he was crushing it playing Ramblin' Man, and it was like the best version of it I've ever fucking heard, and that was Nashville. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, just Nashville.
Nashville's fucking sick, man. I went for my my brother-in-law's bachelor party.
That's right. I was going to say, weren't you? When was that?
That was like last, I don't know, September or something.
Oh yeah, because your sister got married last fall.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it was a blast. I mean, just the live music down there is
The live music
Awesome.
is great. They have just the multiple stories there.
They're so good, man.
They're so good, and it's not all country music. People like a lot of people that just hate country shit, like think that Nashville is like just full of like pop country.
Yeah.
That's like the unbearable type of country. I don't think it's like that at all. I heard bands doing Simple Plan covers. I'm like,
Yeah, there's a lot of legit musicians that are kind of all over the map. It's a lot of classic rock.
yeah,
You know.
a lot of different stuff like that.
But you get so many good artists out there, and you're just like every single bar that you go into, you're like, holy shit,
Yeah, it's fucking unbelievable.
these guys are so good.
It's not like that with comedy, I'll tell you that much.
No,
Usually people walk into a place and hear comedy going on, they turn around real quick and
Yeah,
walk
they go,
out.
oh, I did not know this was happening.
Yeah, didn't know this was happening. Please.
You're never like disappointed usually if you walk into a bar and you're like, oh, it's a live band.
Yeah,
You walk into a bar and there's a live open mic, you're like, what the fuck?
especially open mics too. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Some people were at shows and thought like one little line was offensive. It's like, oh, you should come to the tap room on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Here's a. Actually, I had one last question. Did you guys go on a what they would call a baby moon, or you when Sam was pregnant, you guys didn't go anywhere, right? As a trip for that.
No, we just went from, the couch to the
Yeah.
kitchen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No, we didn't go anywhere. We didn't have any time.
Yeah.
And like now, that we've had the baby.
Yeah.
We want to take a trip at the end of the year.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We're gonna go to Mexico in like October.
Fuck yeah.
Pretty pumped for that.
Down to Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking to you about that.
Yeah, yeah.
About some of the places.
Cancun area?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's party time right there. Mom
Yeah.
and Dad finally get out.
Mom and Dad getting out with the cartel. It's what we needed.
It's going to feel like you came out of it. Yeah, down with the cartel. That's like, you wear a shirt that says that on
Yeah.
it with like a big nose that has like Coke coming
Just
out
to
of
let
it.
them know, like, yo, I am chill with you guys.
I am cool with
I don't
it.
want any problemos.
Any problem.
That's Spanish for problem.
Yeah, and you can let them know that too. But they speak very fluent English. Nice guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, downtown Cancun, is it going to feel like when you guys get out of like in the house with the kid and you come out, it's going to feel like time just passed you by, like you just like it was the middle of March and then you got in like a time machine and just fast forwarded to December and you're like, holy shit, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, for sure. My whole life feels fast forwarded these last like 4 weeks. Like,
Yeah.
it feels you just feel completely changed forever, which you are obviously. But it's like you're mourning your life before having a kid.
Yeah.
And now I'm embracing my new life as a dad.
And
it's just it's completely. You're like,
Yeah.
man, things are completely changed forever.
And that is probably the deepest thing ever said on 42 episodes of this podcast.
Yeah.
So we finally, that's probably, I think, the only really actual deep thing that made sense out of anything we've ever said.
Yeah, I mean, we don't usually get deep. When we do, it's in that pussy.
Yeah, that's the only.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, we're a couple of dads on.
Yeah, we're just, it's just
We
gonna
got
be,
dad culture and new dad.
Yeah, we should just start dressing like dads. We should
Yeah,
just turn
you
this-
got it. You already nailed it. I'm just gonna start dressing like you to look the part.
You got to really tone it down.
I
here.
know. I got the Vans on. And
I got a couple of extra underarm sneakers I've been holding on to. The soles are coming off the bottom of it, but I'm like one of those
Perfect.
people. It's like I got to put it in the closet because one day I'm going to need a pair of play shoes in case any of my friends come over and it's muddy outside.
yeah.
yeah,
You gotta have some play
Yeah.
shoes that you can fuck around with.
yeah. But yeah, you were saying like how it feels like your life has changed ever since. I had a similar experience a few weeks back. Not having a kid, but I did mushrooms again on April Fool's Day.
Did you?
Oh my god! But do you remember April?
Really hitting it hard, dog.
Yeah, just the
I
different
love you
trajectories.
just experimenting. This year, you were like, you know what? I'm going for it, and you have been.
I turned 30 last year, and now I'm just like, all right, before I hit 31, they say you only turn 30 once, and it's for an entire year. So I'm like, why not just do a bunch of edibles, mushrooms, gin, coke?
All at the same time.
All at the same time. You got to get a mixture of things. You got to figure out what you like.
Yeah.
So that night, it was April 1st. It was April Fool's Day. It was a Saturday. Things were going to get weird.
Yeah.
And we gather here to throw back a couple of fungi, and That was the tornado night. Do you remember when the tornado and all those winds and storms and shit came?
Jack was like a week old. Me,
Yeah.
Sam, Jack, and the dog were down the basement because we didn't. It was so bad. And Sam's like, "Should we get down the basement?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And this is my first dad executive decision, and I don't want to be wrong about this and kill my whole family. So let's play it safe and everybody get in the basement. I know there might be asbestos down there, but Jack's gonna have to get over it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get over it. He won't. It's gonna be a long game for him for that. He won't figure that out till he's like 40 or 50 something.
Yeah, I go, look, dude, it was my first dad decision. I might have biffed it.
How fucked with that if we were sitting down here on shrooms like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And like, oh. And meanwhile, I could just see turning on the news and it's like one house in New Jersey was taken out from a tornado and it just shows a demolished lot and it's like, if only they went into the basement. Yeah, but luckily you guys went in the basement, got some asbestos, but you're living and you're kicking. Yeah. But dude, that entire storm threw off our entire vibes. We didn't even feel.
So you didn't even trip.
We like
trip out
a little bit, like here and there. Like you definitely could. Like if you looked at the wall long enough, it was vibrating and looked like it was breathing.
Yeah,
shit like that. But like, I don't think we've been taken enough to like really question reality. But I think that day is coming.
It sounds like you're really microdosing your way up to it.
Yeah, might as well, experiment around with some stuff.
We should do that. Like once we start our Patreon, we do an episode of you just completely on shrooms.
Oh yeah. We could do just could be with it or just do an edible. It's fucking legal. I'll do the mushrooms and we'll have somebody like Cody moderate the entire thing. What could go wrong?
Yeah, we have a moderator like fucking the debates.
Yeah.
But then we should debate.
Yeah.
Just give us a random thing to debate that we have no knowledge of.
Yeah.
And just see when we're that fucked up what arguments we think of.
Holy shit.
That could be really funny.
I think you just fucking hit.
And we'll release them. Like, we should do it around when the debates come out. Like, when they're coming.
I feel like, keep going.
We'll just do them.
Just
completely annihilate it.
Around them.
On whatever. I'll be drunk.
Yeah. We could have our own, things like how Cody is doing his 420 weed show and his, it's like a game show, but he's Bong Barker. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that. And you know what? We should turn that into a live thing. We'll have to talk after about that. I know somebody that has a place in Philly. I might have told you about it. We need a edible weed live show with a spin to it, and that's like on the same path of something like that.
There you go.
But yeah, just doing it all up, and just doing drugs and having babies. That's what we're about here.
That's the South Jersey bad boy way.
I figured I'd start a new segment on here. We'll see if we can get one recurring. Right. We kind of go in and out of segments, but I'd like to call something, it's a working title, but something around the effect of like show something and say whether or not that's a person or story from New Jersey or not.
Okay.
Because you could hear anything in the world and it's like, yeah, that's a Jersey one. Like, is it Jersey? Is that New Jersey? Whatever. So here is a Facebook post that came from a local, I'll say local to whether it's in New Jersey, wherever, it's a local police department that made a post about a crime that was happening. Here is the photo, and I will show to you the photo and then read the copy.
And let me just ask again, so this game is whether or not this is Jersey or not New Jersey.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
So here's the photo, and I'll display this on the screen. You got that, and that to start.
All right, move your finger. Okay, she looks like a thumb. And then what is the thing in the bottom?
So that right there is a deer.
Whoa.
And that's an alarm clock.
Okay.
So now I'm going to read the copy that came from this police department.
Can I guess like what happened here?
That's what I'm going to read. If you want to guess right now. So if you think that's New Jersey or not.
Okay. I would say yes, that is New Jersey.
Now specifically where?
That's got to be like somewhere up by like I would say
town, county, something.
Where's Mike Trout from?
Millville.
I would say like around the Millville area.
The greater Millville Vineland area?
Yeah, like Vineland area. And so this woman, so she...
Yeah, make the story based on those three photos.
This is my guess. There's a woman, there's an alarm clock, and there's a deer.
And there's a deer that's in a house.
In a house. Man, this is the best game of Clue of all time.
South Jersey Clue. Here's a methed out woman, an alarm clock from the 80s, and a live deer in your living room.
What's throwing me off is the alarm clock.
Yeah, how does that fucking fit into this?
Like, I have a feeling that this woman was trapping deer in her house and trying to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some reason... maybe she beat one with an alarm clock.
And it looks like the type of woman that would actively have an alarm clock like this, but like it's never set on the right time. And she like puts out her cigarettes on top of it.
Yeah,
that's what it looks
the
like.
alarm clock is throwing me off. I'm going to say that this woman traps deer and then beats them with alarm clocks.
There we go. Yep. And I don't think you're going to be far off, to be honest, but I'll read the story and then I'll say where we are. Bridget Watkins, 43, of blank.
Oh, she looks good.
Allegedly took fawns into her home, raised the deer with the intentions of training them to attack hunters, was taken into custody on Friday. At the time of her arrest, she was in possession of several grams of meth, 4 deer, and stolen broken electronics.
Damn, dude. That is wild that she was just methed out going, I'm going to train these deer to fucking attack people.
Attack hunters specifically.
How would you, like, what are the drills that she's running?
She's got
with this alarm clock where every day at 5 a.m. she just goes, go.
Yeah,
and like
she sets up those little practice cones to get them to weave in and out of them.
Yeah. Like, how is she training them to try to attack hunters?
That's what
she's got them running sprints in the backyard.
Yeah, and now she needs to be pardoned to get out so that she can have a course, teach a course on this. I would take it, and that's not even the finish of the story here. Attention was drawn to Watkins when she began giving meth to the young deer, and they were caught rummaging through people's garages and back porches. A homeowner followed one of the deer back to her residence in an attempt to recover his property. He found himself face to face with Watkins wearing a duct tape bikini, disassembling his clock radio. Charges are pending a further investigation.
Imagine being the neighbor and you go, man, there's been a lot of deer around here lately, and then you see the deer walk out of her house, and you go, did that deer come out the front door?
But the deer is on meth.
And then she walks out with duct tape over her nipples going, get back in here, Bambi. Yeah. We got drills to do. Wow.
The thing is strung out on meth, and it just started wandering into people's houses, and then they found her wearing a duct tape bikini.
And where's she from in New Jersey?
Well, that's the thing. Based on hearing that story, do you want to stick with your guess of New Jersey, or do you want to change it to somewhere else in the world or the country?
I would guess maybe like the Pine. She might be from Florida. Also, no, they don't. I'm thinking deer. She's somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Deer too, yeah. Those are white-tailed deer.
I'm gonna say she lives up by like the Poconos or something.
Damn. Close. I mean, kind of close. I feel like Summit, Arkansas is where she was from.
Very close.
Very close. But in Arkansas, they do have deer, and apparently they're on meth, and there's a woman in duct tape bikini that was training them to fight hunters.
I got to know how she was trained. Like, also, you're training these deer to what? Like, charge hunters? They're just going to shoot them in the face. Like, you're just making their job easier because deer are so fast they run away. How are you going to have them attack hunters? They're gonna just shoot their face off.
She just has them out in fields doing fucking push-ups and crunches, doing bench pressing and stuff.
And like, what is the motivation there? She's like, you know what? Like, is she just a super vegan?
Yeah.
And she goes, this is fucking horse shit.
A super vegan from Arkansas that wears duct tape bikinis and wants to destroy the establishment.
She's like, I'm going to flip the script on these hunters.
Yeah.
They're not going to even see it coming. I'm going to have Bambi go over there and just bite this guy's dick off.
Dude, I would be willing to bet that if a deer was out there like posing, trying to get like a hunter lured in to like, you know, get his scope ready, get all down and everything, they take it super seriously. This deer knows he's just going to start charging him. If that deer started charging this guy, they can run fast and they're fucking huge. You ever try and like no scope somebody in Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
That guy would have no fucking idea what to do. Yeah. I think that deer would beat the shit out of him.
That's true, because you wouldn't expect it at all. You would honestly think it's a zombie situation.
Oh, yeah.
You go, oh my God, what the fuck is this?
Oh, yeah. And then if it's a buck too and it's got some serious antlers on it.
If it's a buck, how scary would that be? Like, deer, you forget how big like a buck is.
Yeah. They're huge. Deer, they're fucking massive. Some people think they're just like dogs. I was like, they're like the size of your fucking couch.
If they kick you, dude, they'll kick your fucking head off your neck.
Yeah, dude. You ever see those car crashes in the windshields? They'll go straight through that shit because they're just jacked.
Dude, the one time we were driving home, my dad, when I was in college, he was picking me up from Scranton, and we were in his very tiny Toyota Corolla, like super tiny. And we're driving on 76 back home in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And there's a deer, the classic just deer in the headlights right there. He swerves out of the way and we hit like the tail end of it. Just the tail end of it. We do like almost a full 360. We get out, the deer's gone. It like just ran away after getting drilled at like 70 miles an hour by a vehicle, and it totaled the entire side of my dad's car.
Holy shit.
Totaled the car, and the deer was still just like hopped the divider, ran away.
Yeah. They don't get out like a guy that gets in a fender bender and grabs his neck brace and starts going out of there. They get fucking crushed. They'll total a car and just get up and walk it off, and then just hop over the guardrail and take off.
They're nothing like the dudes in the NBA. Like these deer are fucking tough, dude.
They are, yeah. They are built.
And then they'll just go and they'll just die somewhere in the woods.
Yeah, respectable.
Like a man.
Like a gentleman. You just get up, walk it off, and go dive 15 yards into the wooded area.
Yeah, or right on the street like you see so many.
Yeah. Only get run over by a white girl in a Prius. Yeah, it's what can you do? But yeah.
Damn, dude, that is a wild. Yeah, you've never heard anything like it.
No, and now I'm inspired. I want to see this woman open up her own deer dojo. Let's get it going.
Yeah, I love that she was just tweaked out, going, you know what? I gotta do something about this.
I gotta do something about this. That, or she got on meth and she had some brilliant ideas.
Maybe.
We've all been there. I've had a few brilliant ideas high on substances myself.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks ago, not the night I took mushrooms, but when I took an edible, I thought I had a brilliant fucking idea. And I'm like, why has nobody thought of this before? People are morons. This is brilliant. You know what my idea was?
Hit me.
I was like, why do people go out and pay for these exotic birds that cost thousands of dollars when if you just put a bird feeder outside, you get free birds that come to your house? I was like, this is fucking incredible. Just put a bird feeder outside and you'll get dozens of free birds at your home. They'll leave, but guess what? They'll come back.
So your brilliant idea is how to better get exotic birds.
Not even exotic, just birds. If you like birds, enjoy a sparrow or a blue jay.
How many people are going after birds that are just going, I can't catch them?
Dude, I saw a homeless guy at the Lindenwold Patco a few weeks ago, and he tried going after a pigeon.
Well, he's looking for food.
It's sport to him. He tried giving that pigeon meth, and it just fucking took off.
His day's wide open. He's just fucking around. I don't think that many people are. If you went on Shark Tank, you'd be like, "Hello, sharks. My name's Dan Callahan. I'm looking for $200,000 for a 10% stake in my company. Find more exotic birds."
Yeah, I actually thought of the business.
Have you ever been looking for exotic birds and you're like, "This is too difficult"? Well, guess what?
I got just the product for you. It's exotic bird feed that you can find at any local pet store, and a bird feeder, which I made out of my trash can and a hypodermic needle.
And then all you need is a bag, and you just go out there and you just bag one of these suckers, and you bring them into your house, and you're good. Now, sharks, who wants to be a part of this company?
Yeah. I already thought of a company name, though. You ready for this? Freebird. And it's going to have a Leonard Skinner font type to it.
Bad to the bird.
Bad to the bird. You bring it in your house, and guess what? You got yourself a free bird. It's not free anymore, but it's free cost-wise. It's not free like freedom. It can't roam anymore.
Right.
Clip its wings and put it in your fucking house.
Yeah.
No, that is not any sort of actual
Bye-bye birdie.
Bye-bye birdie. Yep. So Mark Cuban would invest, that's for sure. If I had an app or something, he'd be all in on it.
Well, Dan, I'm not a freak, and for those reasons, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, you know who I wish was a freak?
All right, Lori, fuck off.
I was going to say, you know who I wish was a freak on that panel is Lori Grenier, because I'd be like, I'd like to take a deal if we could see a shot of those milkers, Lori. Yeah.
Lori's got something going on. Lori's hot.
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with, I don't want that to be taken misogynist. We are a feminist-based podcast.
Yes.
That comment was made out of just, pure, have you seen those things?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Wonderful, he's hot too.
Yeah, all those guys. Mark Cuban, he's hot. The Robert, the Pollock on the end.
Robert's hot?
Yeah, he's hot.
Pardon?
Yeah, it's okay. You can say that. There's no such thing as any slurs against Italians or Pollocks. They're
very
cool.
true. Or Irish.
Yeah, or the Irish. Yeah. Speaking of stories that you think came out of Deptford, here's one that's actually real. I don't know if you saw this. It's been a big hot topic.
Wait, so I don't get to guess that this is from New Jersey or not?
Oh, no, it's from Arkansas. She's actually from Arkansas,
gotcha.
That woman. Yeah. So you stuck with the Pines, or what was your other one? The Poconos?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's from Summit, Arkansas. I blocked out
what were you just saying? You were bringing up a different article.
I brought up a different story. I said, speaking of stories that sound like they're out of Deptford, as if that woman was. This one really is from Deptford.
Okay.
I have to play the video of it because I read the article and it doesn't do it justice. So the title of this just happened the other day. Deptford Township Little League starts new rule to cut down on spectators yelling at umps. And the Little League president said they're coming here, they're being abused, and they don't need it. So they had to take to the Little League here and stand up for the children, and they had to come up with a unique idea to cut down on people yelling at their umpires. Now, before I play this video, are you going to be a dad that's going to be screaming at umpires?
Definitely not. I feel so embarrassed for the kids whose dads were doing that.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, gee, oh, my God, man.
Yeah, because if this kid doesn't go at least D2, it's going to be a massive failure, and he's going to have a black eye going to college.
You look so unhinged as a parent that's yelling, that's getting that crazy over a Little League game.
Yeah, over a Little League game, and this story just really blows it out. I mean, there's multiple facets of this story. That's why I have to play it with the video, because it's truly incredible. But let me start playing it. I'll play it for the viewers here in the program as well for you to watch. And I got my volume kicked up for this one, so here we go.
To the effort to stop bad sportsmanship from ruining things for kids in South Jersey.
Recently, the head of Deptford Little League enacted a new rule to keep spectators from overstepping by verbally abusing the umpires.
New Jersey correspondent Trish Hartman is live in Deptford with more on the plan to protect those officials. Trish?
Well, Christy, Sarah, Little League officials say they've been dealing with this for years. A small number of spectators yelling at the umpires for calls that they don't like. Well, now Little League officials say if you fight with the umpires, you could find yourself on the field making those calls yourself. Spring is here, and the fields are being prepped for another season of Little League baseball in Deptford.
The kids love it. The kids come up to you, they're all excited, and it's great.
That's the ump?
No, that's the head of the Little League in Deptford Township.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's definitely the guy that's heckling.
The kids love it. They come all in here.
The kids love it, man. Why is this guy dressed like a retired Power Ranger? Oh, my God. It looks like Kid Rock's dad.
Yeah, he looks like Kid Rock's dad that just is 110 years old.
The kids love it. You can't get into owning a Little League when you look like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, he's like, my kids are all well into their 50s. I just continued to be the president.
Yeah, just really passionate.
Here we go.
It's great.
What's not great, Don Bazuffi says, is the parent or spectator who fights with the umpire.
They think that the call was bad, which always amazes me that they can see a strike better over there than the umpire can right there, 1 foot in back of them.
Don says it's gotten so bad, 2 volunteer umpires have quit in the past week.
So that raises another point. He's like, these parents are yelling at volunteer umpires. We got to get them the hell out of here for the children. It's like, how about for the children? You pay actual umpires for your Little League. What are all their Little League dues going towards? We had to pay like $200 a year.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, but you got you get what you pay for. They're making bad calls. Someone better call them the fuck out on it. But yeah, it's truly incredible. But it keeps going.
They're coming here, they're being abused, they don't need that, so they're walking away.
It happens all over. We talked to folks who have seen it at youth soccer and football games too.
If one kid, is shoving too hard or whatever, parents get really aggressive.
It's bad sportsmanship, but it also, a lot of times teachers like winning is
Pop
everything
Little.
rather than like playing hard, competing.
And so this season, Deptford Little League is trying out a new rule. If you fight with the umps during a game, you have to umpire 3 games before you're allowed back as a spectator.
The main purpose is...
So
I like it, dude.
That's crazy. Where I love that they're making that, but their idea to fix
this... You could do a better job, but guess what? If you want to come back and see your kid, you got to fucking work for us for 3 games.
Here, take this foam padding that we took from a boogie board, stand behind this kid throwing heat at like 45 miles an hour, and you're probably wasted, and you're going to make these calls yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's truly...
How are they going to...
Enforce that?
Enforce that, and then a parent who gets there and he's like, no, I'm not doing it. What are they going to do? Call security? And like physically remove them from the Little League game? They're going to go, no, I'm going to watch my kid, and yeah, I'm not fucking umpiring these next games. Oh, these guys think that they're so tough. Well, guess what? If you want to yell out some shit, you got to come work for us for the next 3 games. And all the parents go, nope. And he goes, well, I'd really like you to.
We're trying to set an example for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before these kids go home and they start just causing a ruckus, we got to get a very good volunteer umpire in here.
Yeah, they're like, fuck you, sensei. I'm going to do what I want.
They have an umpire shortage. They're just looking for new umpires. That's their way of filtering in the workload.
I like, though, that he's trying to stick it to them by going, like, you think it's that easy, well, you got to go ahead and do it.
Oh yeah, I like it too. I actually don't mind it. I umpired when I was in like high school, playing high school baseball. In my town, they had before the kids are pitching, the parents kind of pitch, just like, slow pitch type of stuff. They paid me $50, which to me, I was like, $50, I can never work again, and I'd be fine. $50 to go umpire this game. There were people and dads screaming about fair and foul ball calls on balls that didn't even go past first base.
Yeah.
I was like, are you guys like fucking high?
Yeah, a lot of times they don't even know what they're yelling at. They just want to look enthusiastic.
Yeah, and it's like, also, I don't think your kid's going to make contact for the next 3 years. He just hit a foul ball that was like foul by 3 feet.
Yeah, and you look like a bitch in front of your kid complaining.
Yeah, it's...
If my dad ever got like in another dad's face or something, I would be so mortified.
Yeah.
Like over... If you're in high school and you're really good, I can see how you can get fired up enough where, you might wind up fighting another parent.
Yeah.
But you're talking little league guy, grow the fuck up, man.
Yeah, dude. And that's 3 games is the number they came up with. 3 games in a summer season, if you're playing something, I would be sweating tequila at my kid's game, and I'd be like, I got to do 3 of these to come back. And you're going to go home and your wife is going to be like, you better get the fuck out there. Yeah. So you definitely are going to be out there eating shit.
It's funny that they think that they can enforce this, though, where they're like, we're going to put you in the penalty box, and that a parent's just going to go in there and go, okay.
Yeah, they said at the end there that like they're going to have some type of measure that's going to tell, because like some guy goes out there, he's pissed off, he has to do it, but he has to do it because his wife's bitching at him, and his kid, he has to be there for his kid. He's going out there. How are you going to know that he's going to be making all the right calls? How does he know how to umpire a baseball game?
He probably doesn't if he's enough of a doofus that's yelling shit out.
So I think they're hoping, and they're just going to clear the stands in Deptford.
Man, we should call this numbskull of the week. I mean, this is outrageous.
I just love the guy that's the president of the Little League in Deptford, and they got a beautiful grounds there, but he's got a chain wallet on the side, and he's got the...
Yeah,
dude,
okay.
I know you're like making fun of him there, but he's the fucking man, dude. We should go to a Deptford Little League game. You can, I'm not allowed, but we should definitely...
We'll tailgate it.
We'll sell some peanut butter crackers and Gatorades on the side. Yeah.
Definitely.
Did you ever ever have like a solid snack bar at one of your... That's the one thing my town lacked growing up.
We always had a good snack bar, and dude, I would kill for Little League snack bar food right now. Like some chicken fingers.
Yeah,
and then fries.
Those were amazing.
And an ice cold blue Gatorade.
The blue Gatorade.
Woo!
And you know that it's been sitting in that hot fucking box of a building for the past year since the last season. And
Yeah.
just
Get some Swedish fish.
Yeah.
A couple
dude.
Sunflower seeds.
You throw back a few of those, it's like little kid cocaine, and you're just on another fucking planet, and you're ready to go.
Man, yeah, the snack bar at the Little League game is for real.
Dude, and you
That's
know what?
the shit.
You know what my go-to was? The sour straws. Remember those things?
Yeah.
They came in the long package. You could eat all the straws, but then there was still the sour.
That was the big thing, yeah.
Shit in there, and I would just lick the shit out of
Starburst.
it. Yeah.
Get all the different colors.
Yeah, those were always in there.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Sunflower seeds. For some reason, as a kid eating sunflower seeds out in the outfield, you feel like you're like dipping or smoking a cigarette or something.
Yeah, you feel like it's kind of bad. Like, this is what... Yeah.
Spitting it out like that.
Yeah. I always love to have a little coffee can in there.
Yeah, you just feel like a 40-year-old adult for some reason.
That or you'd be sitting on the bench in the dugout, and you'd find the kid you all don't like, whose like bag is sitting against the fence, and you just spit all your seeds into his bag.
Yeah.
Oh, we were fucking badass kids.
The kid that's got all the bats, but he's never had a hit.
Yeah.
But his parents get him all the equipment.
Yeah, his dad coaches third base, so he gets to start every game, but he's missed every fucking grounder hit to him. Yeah.
He's a pitcher. He can't throw anything down the line.
Yeah.
And then the games are so long, he just fucking walks everybody, and then you wind up quitting baseball because you're like, this sucks.
Yeah. Oh, man, dude. That's like, I'm having like PTSD flashbacks to the teams I played on where...
Dude, let's start up a South Jersey softball league.
Oh,
South Jersey Bad Boys softball league.
Yeah. So then what would the team names be, though? You got like...
Just all of our different podcasts. South Jersey Bad Boys, Handsome Idiots, Big Boy Mountain.
Yeah, those would be actually good softball names. Did we all name our podcast based on like softball names or something?
Well, we all are guys that are eventually going to wind up in a softball league, so I think that naturally our names were just picked.
It only makes sense.
You know?
Yeah. But is it going to be like a beer like Sunday morning league, or like
that would be encouraged. I think
highly encouraged.
That would be awesome. Like Sunday morning.
Yeah, we should just find an empty field and then put together a podcast softball league, a day of games, if you will.
Yeah.
Because the days of like beer Olympics and stuff, as fun as those were, we've evolved as a species living in Camden and Gloucester counties and the surrounding areas. And at this point, we need to elevate our games a little bit and doing a little slow pitch softball on a middle school field with a can of
just to keep our hand-eye coordination sharp.
That's what it is. It's all about just keeping us together. It's like taking, baby aspirin in the morning. It's our own check for ourselves.
For sure.
Just, make sure. So everybody needs something like that in there. I am totally down to do that as well. There's been a lot going on in the South Jersey region.
He put on the reporter voice. There's been a lot going on in the South Jersey region this week. Let's get into it.
I do love that classic. I love it and hate it. It is really funny where anytime they're doing a story in Deptford, they're like, let's go to a local Target parking lot and interview random people about this. Let's ask Pop Little what he thinks about Little League making their, like, what did any of those two, like, maybe they have kids or something, but like that's always the case. It's like just some random questions of some random people. It's purely incredible.
They're like, we'll probably get something crazy out of this. They're just man on the street videos.
Yeah. Here's another article that I saw that's been crazy recently. I'm sure you've been seeing all the online gambling ads and everything. Not even online, but just in general. New Jersey has reported that their sports and casino betting revenues are up 15% in March. And it was the highest, last month was the best March that Atlantic City's had in the past decade. So people are raving, and I'm sure there's a lot of very good things about having a lot of betting revenue coming in, but they're like raving about it in here, like how great it is that all these people just probably lost their house and their kids' college tuition. Like they're like, look at all this money flowing through.
Yeah.
And it's like, where is that going other than the bank account of Hard Rock Casino and Revel?
Nowhere.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like, oh, there's taxes on this and that. It's like, I'm sure there is a little bit, but like, I feel like they're just like, yeah, like we're great. People are losing their fucking houses. Like, this is so weird.
They're like, but the casino is booming.
Yeah, and I gamble. I get why people get addicted to it, because there is a bit of a high there, an adrenaline rush, I should say.
Yeah, I could see. You just want to keep. Yeah.
If you're hitting big I like playing roulette and stuff, but like I leave it there in the 20-minute span that I'm playing, not before and after. But like people that sit there and just play slots and everything, I could see how like somebody could develop an addiction. But now all I ever see anymore, anywhere you go, everywhere, you can't avoid it, is just alcohol and gambling stuff, which is fucking crazy. Because like, how the hell do you, if you like have a problem with that stuff, how do you avoid it? I don't know. It took a very serious turn. I just thought that it was fucking crazy that you're just like, yeah, look at all the money people in New Jersey are losing. It's fucking great.
Like, yeah, you guys put this here.
Yeah.
For us to spend our money there.
Yeah, it's like,
and we're gonna lose it.
Yeah, and they were just showing every single casino in Atlantic City and then elsewhere in New Jersey, and their online things, they're all just through the roof. So what has changed that makes people now just have the accessibility of it? I mean, the online, like you can just bet on anything. You can bet on, Division III table tennis. Like it's.
I feel like with like DraftKings and all that stuff, it's become a lot more popular to bet on sports. Yeah. And like more and more people are getting involved. Even like you see more women who are getting involved because like they're watching the games with their husbands or their boyfriends on Sunday, and they're like, oh, well, this will make it more interesting for me. It's like fantasy football. It's like some people that don't like the sports like to get in on it because it's like a gambling thing. You're like, oh, well, I can at least, win some money off this and make it interesting for me to watch. Yeah. Because I'm rooting for something.
Yeah. And I'll make my boyfriend want to kill himself when I beat him in the fantasy football league, which does happen at times, and it gets awfully hostile.
Like, I just auto draft.
I didn't even look at my team. I just picked the winners based on the color of their jerseys.
Yeah. I won the entire Final Four. Like, just guessed it completely right.
Rachel one time won a fantasy football league one year where she just drafted a team and she never even updated her lineup. Damn. And she still won the league. I was like, anybody that's involved in that should be barred from playing fantasy football ever again.
Yeah, it's not right.
Yeah, it's truly incredible. Yeah. But I guess people are out there just gambling away all the money that they're making out, driving big rigs with Rhinestone Raymond, which I haven't heard from him. Do you think he's dead?
We don't know. I mean, we've been on hiatus for a little bit, so I think now that we're putting this podcast back out into the void, shout out to all of our listeners who have ridden with us, all this time, and we're back, baby. Yep. So give us a shout for this next episode, and We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, give us a holler and leave a voicemail, text message, whatever. You know the hotline 856-617-4626. I still got it.
You still got it.
Still do it. Let us, if anything. I'm going to leave on one more thing here, but call in and let us know what you've been up to during our hiatus and what you've put in your ass. But getting back to the story,
let us know what's in that ass.
Yeah, please do. Last story coming out of 6ABC here is an alligator recovered from a home in Philadelphia is headed back home to Florida. There is Mac the alligator that was found in a home in Hunting Park, Philadelphia.
I saw that.
And he was rescued by the animal control in Philadelphia, and he's headed back to there. So,
what is the benefit of having an alligator in your house?
You are the coolest guy at the fucking block party.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, oh, you got that fucking pit bull, or you have 7 cats that come to your house because you leave out food, and you're on this new program for free cats that Dan Callahan started as an offshoot from birds. It's a great idea.
The risk reward there has got to just be
the risk reward of having an alligator
and being like, hey, this is pretty cool.
Yeah,
but there are some risks involved.
There are. You might get seen going into your backyard of your row home with that alligator, and also someone might have a problem at PetSmart when you go there to get some food.
You just wake up in the middle of the night to go take a piss, you accidentally step on it, lose a foot.
Yeah.
Fuck. Man, at least people think I'm cool.
Yeah. That, or you just keep on going back to PetSmart and you're buying 10 rabbits a week, and they're just like, sir, where are you getting all these rabbits? It's like,
Yeah, what do you feed a gator?
Gator that size? That's like a monster fucking gator. Based on that woman's hand that's sitting right there.
Yeah, that's the Big Mac.
That's Big Mac right there, and he got that name for a reason. I want to say that's a 5 foot, maybe a couple 100-pound gator right there.
But what do gators eat? Do they eat fish?
Dude, they eat anything. They'll eat fish. They'll eat birds. They eat dogs. They are the vacuum of. They eat deer a lot too. I don't know if I mentioned that. They are the vacuums of the Everglades.
How do they catch a fucking deer?
Deer! If they're down by the water or whatever, you ever seen one of these things move? Oh yeah, they're alligators and crocodiles. They have some differences, but I think. As far as behavior goes, very similar, because you can't even see them in the water,
and they're so still,
very still. Their breathing patterns, they can get it. You can't even see it breathing. All it has is those little eyes on the top of the water. Which,
oh my god,
if you go to any lake or pond, there's constantly like logs, turtles. That could be fucking anything.
Yeah,
it just gets right to the bank, and like the speed that they snap out. Over in Africa and stuff, they'll eat like zebra and all that type of shit. Anything that's in the Everglades, but. You know what's been killing the wildlife in the Everglades has been pythons.
Really?
Yeah, Joe Rogan was talking about it on his podcast. It's a little smaller of a program than ours, but check it out if you've heard of it.
Dr. Joe Rogan?
Yeah. He was talking about how pythons in the Everglades in Florida is destroying their wildlife because those things will kill alligators, they'll kill deer, fish, anything. They're just ripping through, and there's like nothing left wildlife-wise in the Everglades. Someone let loose like a few pythons, and now they've bred and they're taking over the place.
Oh my God. That is terrifying.
That's more terrifying than a fucking alligator, because that death, I feel like, what would you rather, we can even end on this one here. What would you rather do? Get strangled to death by a python or get eaten alive by an alligator?
Man, whatever would kill you the quickest. Like, I think the python, would they kill you quicker? But then, either way, they both swallow you whole.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, the alligator will chop you up.
Yeah, at least he would have the decency to chop you up, and they wouldn't be able to distinguish you from a human or whatever else is in its stomach. The python, I feel like, would just fucking strangle you until you're not breathing anymore, and then just try and swallow you whole. But all I'm thinking is the aftermath of like whoever shows up to see that, and it's like got its mouth like halfway around. It's like, I can't get past this kid's fucking stomach. He's been eating way too much.
Oh my God.
Get stuck. That would be brutal either way, though.
I think that maybe the alligator, maybe you hope that they break your neck pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then they eat you.
Yeah.
Imagine the scene of what that's like if the cop on duty that gets called for that and goes and discovers, oh yeah, they got him.
Yeah. Or in Philadelphia, even somewhere outside of where it's native. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, I did not sign up for this shit, dude.
I didn't know when I signed up to be a Philly cop, I would get an alligator biting someone's head off.
Yeah. Welcome to Philly.
Welcome to Philly. I don't know what's a bigger problem in Philadelphia, everything else or the alligator. This is probably a low on the priority level list, but yeah, quite a time.
I don't know if there's anything more terrifying than thinking about being in still water and seeing like an alligator swim by.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just the beady eyes come up.
Has to be terrifying because, like, I don't think there's anything you can do.
What is scarier than that?
Yeah.
Besides marriage,
Yeah, besides marriage.
you know.
Besides marriage,
Couple of dads on the pod. We're back.
yeah,
baby.
now we're really
In our Under Armour talking about marriage.
yeah, we're really ripping and roaring here. It's almost bucket hat
Oh, shoot.
season. So, yeah, we're almost sort of like a 55 or so. So
Speaking of being a dad,
speaking of being a dad,
got to get back to my duties.
yeah, got to get back and start pumping. So everybody else start pumping your tits. We're ready to go, ripping and roaring back here.
Yeah, let us know what's in your ass. We're back, baby.
We're back. We'll see you in May.
Peace.